road trip time, heading north, crossing the border, going to Banff National Park. Today we're driving up to Banff National Park. It's about an 8-hour drive. I don't even remember how many miles, but yeah, about 8-hour drive, about 10 hours total travel time with the brakes. And you noticed I said brakes, I didn't say charging. We need lunch on the way. We probably have potty breaks and things. There's only 2 charging stops as per the navigation of the Cybertruck here. And so yes, traveling with a Tesla is super easy. You just put it in the navigation and it tells you where to go and what to do. You can even do it in the app and then send it to your Tesla. So pretty simple stuff. So we'll see if it's only the 2 charging stops or if we have to add some on. But the weather's pretty good. Here it's nice and warm. It's beautiful out. But so it's a little cooler up in Banff, but not bad at all. So, and while we're there, we actually have 2 Tesla Superchargers available to us right there in town. So no problem traveling with a Tesla, no problem with the Cybertruck. And look at all this extra room we got. We got our 3 suitcases in there, some food and an additional backpack with some stuff and plenty of room. There's more room underneath here. There's more room in the front. Tons of room available. So yeah, we're charged to 100%. So it was about done a couple hours ago, reaching 100%. And I set it to precondition the cabin and the battery. So we should be perfect to go. And well, I'll probably see you in Kalispell. Got the navigation going. It says 137 miles, 2 hours, 19 minutes. And we should get to Kalispell with 58%. There's a little bit of interstate, only about 20 miles or so maybe, and then the rest is all basically highway 93 going north, going past Flathead Lake and coming up to Kalispell up there. Currently 6 superchargers available. They're a version 4, so with the Cybertruck we can get 325 kilowatts for sure. Arrived in Kalispell, uneventful drive, nice scenery along the lake, but yeah, it's just like driving any other car or truck. I mean, other than that, it's much nicer, quiet, and FSD basically did all the driving with a few interventions, but that's not unusual at this point. But yeah, we're here, and so since last charge we used 420.5 watt hours per mile. We used 57.5 kilowatt hours and we drove 136.8 miles. So, and now we're here at this charger, and now we got it. The next charger is in Canada, and currently it shows minus 18% would be the arrival. So we gotta add at least 18% here, so we gotta have at least 68 to make it there. This is going to be a long drive, 202 miles, 3 hours and 33 minutes. I'm pretty sure we have to stop before that. So yep, so we're down here now and we need to go ways up there. Well, now let's get plugged in here and see how quick we can charge. Being at 50% here, we're not gonna get super high. We could get 325 kilowatts here, but that's not going to be happening. The nice thing with Tesla, it's plug and play. Also here the version 4s, if you don't know, you can see that they got the adapter in there for the CCS, so anyone with CCS can also charge here without needing their own adapter. It's built in, it's a magic dock. Let's see where we're at in here. It says 25 minutes to continue the trip. That is not too bad. We gotta go to the bathroom anyway. I don't know if we get some food here or not. And we're kind of ramping up there. 126, 128, 135. Going up. 152. It did some battery conditioning just 2.5 miles out. 157 there. That's about it. So we don't need a version 4 charger. With 157, a version a version 2 would actually do the tricks here. So well, we'll go inside and we'll be back in about 25 minutes. We are right on time with charging here. It's 12:17 now. We got here 12:05, so 25 minutes makes 12:30. We are at 71% now. It says 7 minutes remaining, so I assume it wants to go to 80%. And just as calculated before, at 68 basically, we had 0% to arrive at our destination up here in Invermere. We are down here, we gotta go up there, and you can see here in Cranbrook, which is just a couple miles off actually the highway where we're at, there is another supercharger. So if we wanted to, we could stop there. And we haven't eaten anything here, we just went to the bathroom, so we'll be moving on. But we could stop there and charge there and maybe have lunch there, since we're not really hungry at this time, even though it is basically lunchtime. But yeah, so we're skipping one supercharger. There's another one out there. We could go over there if we really desperately wanted to. But yeah, it is a long drive from down here to up there, and this is just a regular highway. This is not an interstate or anything. So speed limits are a little bit lower. We also have this white line right there. That is the border. That's where we cross over into Canada. We'll see. We're not sure yet what we do here. From here to Banff, or actually Canmore is where our resort is. So it's just up and over. It's not too far. That will be a relatively short drive. And then you can see here, just outside there is another, outside Canmore, there's another supercharger there. And there is 2 of them in town right there where we're staying. So definitely no issue to get around up there and being able to charge with a Tesla. And when we got here, it was empty. Now we have 2 friends here, 2 Model Ys, and that one charger over there is a little bit weird, because it is far forward. It's a pull-in spot and it's a handicap, but it's far forward. So I don't know, usually on those the charger is further back, but I mean, it's got a long cord on it, so it will reach. And then also we got this right there. That is some paper towels and garbage windshield wash. The stick there, the scraper or whatever, so you can wash your windshield. So thumbs up to Town Pump. Town Pump hosts many of the chargers in Montana. Town Pump usually has a decent size convenience store. They got some food usually, they have a casino attached to it if you want to go lose some money. But yeah, they're hosting a lot of them, and they don't just host Tesla Superchargers like in Butte at the truck stop. They actually host an Electrify America on one side of the interstate, and on the other side they have the Tesla Supercharger. So yep, so they're pretty EV friendly, and they're, I think, decently clean anywhere. They got nice bathrooms, friendly people working there. So yeah, Town Pump is a good place to stop, definitely for EV charging, better than some other places out in the boonies with nothing there. And yeah, the nice thing is they provide garbage usually right there at the charger, as well as the windshield washy stuff and some paper towels. So thumbs up to Town Pump. Another nice thing, if you have a Tesla, you get all the information here on your screen about the charger, the exact location, what is available, the price is here 37 cents. If you can see that there's a lot of reflection in here. And there's some pictures. There is the amenities nearby, either right around it. Up there we go, look at that. You have enough energy to continue your trip. 12:24, 6 minutes faster than it estimated, I think. All right, so now it's switched here, so we would have 35 minutes to the charge limit, which is 100%. We're going at 93 kilowatts at this point. And so yeah, we're about to leave here shortly. The wife is still out there on the phone, so maybe we let her finish the phone call, because we may lose reception unless we turn our Starlink on. So we brought the Starlink as always, so we have connection anywhere and everywhere we go, as long as we have a clear view of the sky. 12:26, 80 degrees out. We are at 82% here, and we got 3 hours 32 minutes to go, 202 miles. We should arrive with 13% in Invermere. We'll see. Hopefully the border crossing here goes really quick, and as I said, we could stop about halfway there at Cranbrook and charge there instead, and have some lunch break or a longer break there. So we'll see, but now let's go. charging stop in Invermere, I think it's called. And I find it kind of interesting. That says Esso, and in the US that would be Exxon. In Europe it is Esso as well. So that's kind of interesting that here in North America they call that Esso. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, but I haven't been in Canada much. But anyway, we got Supercharger here behind us. We got here with 9%. I think it's at 11, so a couple percent lower. Not bad at all. And since last charge there, oh, this is always a little tough to get it right here. We drove, oh, now it says kilometers, 323 kilometers, 82.3 kilowatt hours, and 255 watt hours per kilometer. Now that may not mean much to you, but maybe it means more to you than it did before. But so the cool thing is with a Tesla, you just go down here, let's see, display, and then we gotta scroll down here, and then here we got distance, and you can switch that from miles to kilometer. And now this all switched to miles here. So since we charged in Kalispell, we drove 200 miles, 200.7. Obviously the kilowatt hours that we used stays the same. That has nothing to do with miles or kilometers. But now that number is much higher there, 410.3 watt hours per mile. So, and 130.5 miles ago, we were at the Canadian border. And guess what? They wanted to see the Cybertruck. They had the usual questions when we pulled up to the window. I handed them the passports and everything. I rolled the window down in the front, the window in the back, because our daughter sits in the back, right? And I just answered the question. I knew the questions, traveled enough. It's always the same questions. And then he said, yep, I'll keep your passports. You pull up around to the left in one of those parking spots and come inside. So, and then two guys went out and searched the truck, and they sure didn't know the Cybertruck. I think they just wanted to look at it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they searched through the stuff. They had to figure out how to open the trunk, and I had to unlock it via the app because obviously it was locked as we walked away, right? So I unlocked it via the app so they could get in. He figured out how to open the tonneau cover and the tailgate, but they never looked here in the front. Then they didn't know there was a frunk, I guess. They didn't know how to open it for sure, so they had no clue. So they never opened the frunk. So that is funny. I didn't say anything because they didn't say much, whatever. But yeah, they just did their thing. Then the guy came back in and said, hey, your passports are on the dash, thank you, goodbye. Like, okay, off we go. But that was kind of funny. So I think it was mostly because of the Cybertruck, because I don't know, or maybe he was surprised that I was quick at answering the questions. How long are you staying? Where are you going? And that stuff. I mean, most people know that anyway, right? Asking, do you have weapons? And just like, no, we don't have weapons. We know how to travel, right? But that was kind of funny. So that was 130.5 miles ago, I think, when we crossed the border out of those 200. So yeah. And we're finally here. It's what, 4:20 now. We're coming closer. I think we got another 150. Oh, that was kilometers to go, I think. Let's see here. We got another 112 miles to go. So that is like I don't know how many kilometers. I will see it shortly again. So yeah, so right now that's what it looks like. We'll have another 2 hours and 7 minutes, 112 miles to go. Right now it shows minus 33%. We are at 9, so we definitely need 42% to make it. We don't need very much, so I would assume it will let us go here at about 52%. Being down at 9, it should come up pretty quick, I think. So yeah, so we should get there by 6:30 p.m. So now the thing here is, for us, a little unusual. The speed limit is relatively low. It's 100 kilometers an hour is the highest speed, which is what, about 60 miles per hour, right? So relatively low speeds, which makes for great consumption, huge range, but you're not getting very far. In Montana, we're used to 80 miles per hour, so much faster. Well, but we need to get plugged in so we can get out of here and get to our vacation destination. It says ready to charge. What's going on here? Uh-oh, charging equipment communication error. What? Let's go unplug and plug back in. Oh, now we gotta, yeah, it's blinking, it's clicking, maybe. Okay, there we go, 20 minutes remaining to continue trip. That was kind of weird. I'm not sure, maybe I didn't push it in hard enough. Maybe it had a little dust or dirt or something on the contact there. Who the heck knows, right? But yeah, it was solved real easy. And yep, so we're going up. This is a version 3 supercharger, so up to 250 kilowatts. We probably won't need, well, actually we're pretty low, we're at 10%, so we should be able to max this out, actually, thinking about it. So let's see how high it goes. All right, we are at 255, so we're maxing out the charger, and we can see this over here, charge rate limited by charging station. That was at 256 real quick. So yes, that's a version 3, so we can get a max of 255 or 250. Basically they're rated at 250. They usually go up to a max of about 257, somewhere in there. Now it's plenty warm out here, it is 89 degrees, so yep, but we're making the max, and that's what matters. Yeah, so that's just fine. So it is what, 427, so by basically 4:47 we should be ready to go. It says 20 minutes to continue trip, so we'll see. Like I said, we probably only just need over 50% and maybe a little to spare, so probably, I don't know, 55 to 65%, and it should tell us we are ready to go. So yep, not much to do right here, I think. I don't know, there's a hotel up that way, we got the gas station here, and then it looks kind of bare, so well, gotta go to the bathroom anyway, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll have some ice cream here, and 20 minutes will be up in no time. We just made it back to the truck. 444, 54%, and it switched to okay to continue the trip. So as expected, about 55% it would let us go, but we just got some ice cream and some banana chocolate chip bread, so maybe we'll eat a little snack first before we get going here, and just get a little bit more charge. And let's see here, well, we got 112 miles to go after that, and we should get there with 12% based on now 56% charge, and it will be 6:45 p.m. or 6:46 p.m. by the time we get there. And every minute we spend here, obviously we get more charge, which means the arrival percentage goes up, as well as the time will be later. But so we'll take a little snack and then off we go. All right, I just unplugged, had a couple spoonfuls of ice cream, a slice of banana chocolate chip bread, and time flies. It is now 5 and we are already up to 76%, which is a good thing because it's only 32 cents right here. The chargers in Banff, or whatever, Kenmore, I guess, where we're going, Kenmore, whatever it's called. There's 2 chargers there, but they're like 58 and 60 cents a kilowatt hour, and this one here is only 32, so don't mind staying a little bit longer here and just enjoying the ice cream. But yep, now off we go. So we should get there with 32% to our destination, 112 miles, 2 hours. Now that would be 7 or 7:02 there. It's still pretty warm right here, 89 degrees out, so, and yeah, already up to 76%. So, well, off we go. We have arrived at our destination here at the resort. We already checked in real quick. We are down to 31%, which is about where we were estimated, I guess. And we were going quite quick, especially up the hill, so doing pretty good. It's 7:01, so we did definitely good on time. And up here it's only 70 degrees now. So the trip, let's see here. The total today is 448 miles, and we used 190.2 kilowatt hours with an average of 424.6 watt hours per mile. So relatively constant throughout the entire trip. Now looking at the average of the lifetime, that is way higher because that has a lot of wintertime driving and towing trailers in there. So with this, we did pretty good here. So since last charge, we did 110 miles, used 50 kilowatt hours, and there's 453.8, so we done pretty good. Well, here is our luggage cart. Now we need to unload and move in here. Well, we made it to Canada real easy, and you may have noticed during my recording, especially in the reflections, that I've been wearing this ring here. This is a ring from Tesla, and this is a special ring. This actually unlocks my Cybertruck as well as my other Tesla, the Model 3 we have. This is just one of the many designs that Tesla has on their website. It is a key to any Tesla, so you no longer need to carry your key card. So go check that out. I mean, especially on this adventure here, this ring came in handy so many times because I don't have to carry my wallet along with the key card. So in case my phone dies, or I don't even have to bring my phone actually, but in case my phone dies while we're out and about, I do have the ring that will unlock the truck as we're coming back to the truck. So no need to carry that card anymore. So go check it out. There's a link down below in the description that takes you to their website. So use that link and get yourself one of those rings. Like I said, there are many different designs. So this was just part one of our epic Canada Banff trip. And in part two, well, we'll travel around the area and you'll see the chargers, a few sites and so on. And then eventually we have to go back. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on part two of this epic trip with our Cybertruck in Canada. Also, make sure to give us a thumbs up here for this video and any of our other videos that you are watching. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.